from one of the loudest venues in the NFL. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Bitter rivals going back to their AFL days in the 1960s. The Chiefs and Raiders are underway. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. To about the 35, second down.
Yeah, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
This is 2nd and 8.
Yellow.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Even though it's the opening drive of the game, he wasn't shy about taking off and running with the football, even knowing the defense is definitely going to take their shots at him. And that's exactly what they did. He better learn to slide, otherwise.
And the Raiders have got him. Malcolm Kuntz in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to fourth down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. First carry now for Alexander Mattison. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
Here we go. Ready?
Working from the gun, Ritter. That's into the hands of his tight end, Bowers. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Set, ready. Set, go.
They'll go Madison up the middle. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Third and goal, Ritter with it. Flushed out right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Brock Bowers from 6 yards away. And the Raiders are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, A little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick the...
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. On play action, it's Mahomes. Trying to lay one up deep. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Xavier Worthy, 62 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. Mahomes will throw for it. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
52.
Here's Madison running on first down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Ritter. Flush to his right. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 35 yards.
He scored their touchdown earlier, and this had a chance to be another. This secondary scrambled for answers, looking at each other, trying to figure out who is going to put the clamps on this guy, because right now, he's absolutely shredding them.
Now a give to Madison. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this day, has got to be priority 1.
That's caught by Tucker. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. On the handoff, it's Madison. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal.
Madison looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. They'll try to run with Madison. And he's in! Touchdown, Raiders! Alexander Madison as the first half is winding down.
And the Raiders have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes this a 14-8 ball game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Yellow.
And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Going deep for Hopkins.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. And he will be brought down. His time has now run out on this first half of action. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway.
And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback, and the third quarter will start from the 30. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And able to steer clear of that first tackler as he works his way forward for about 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
Here we go. Ready,
Ritter back to throw.
Eluding the pressure right. That's caught by Myers. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Jakobi Myers, 28 yards. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it 21-8.
Daniel Carlson, the kickoff for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
That's good for our Kansas City Chiefs.
Pacheco gets it and tries the left side.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
Now 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Again, it's Pacheco. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Pacheco headed right.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs.
And Xavier Worthy.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Chiefs have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
They'll try and throw for it. Rolling to his right. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
Looking to throw it here. Ritter. Open man is Tucker. He's got room at the 30.
20.
He's still on his feet, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Trey Tucker.
46 yards.
And the Raiders have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
Chiefs 14. Daniel Carlson to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right.
And this one too low.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack.
Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Being chased out left. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
A 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10.
Now here's Mahomes. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Max Crosby in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Mahomes will throw.
Under pressure, they got him again. Max Crosby dropping him for the 2nd straight play. Might want to think about blocking him here on 3rd down.
Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this 1st down.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
They'll run it with Madison. Stays on his feet. It still won't go down.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Alexander Madison with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Raiders have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do.
To the right side and intercepted.
And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Flush to his right. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Let's go now.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago. I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
And they fake it. They pitch to the tight end. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. One final try for Mahomes. Dancing to it. Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Kansas City, so long, everybody.